Zuzau Kingdom lay nestled between rolling hills and ancient baobab trees, its land shaped by warriors, tradition, and the whisper of old gods. At the center rose Gidan Zofi, the red earth palace whose walls glowed under the sun, decorated with Hausa murals of battles and ancestors. Its courtyard shimmered with polished river stones, and incense drifted through archways like silent prayers. Ruling this kingdom was King Aldimah, tall, broad-shouldered, with a powerful voice that commanded crowds and comforted hearts. But behind his stern strength lived a private sorrow. The gods had granted him no son. He had 3 wives: Queen Maimoh, the first, respected and regal, adorned in richly embroidered zany wrappers and blouses, heavy coral beads, and gorgeous head ties that proclaimed her status. She guarded her place with pride sharper than a blade. Queen Selinat, the second, elegant and calculating, her abayas flowing like colorful shadows. Her words were sweet as honey, yet behind every smile hid silent venom. And Queen Ameerah, the third wife, the outsider from the distant Kulgara Plains. She arrived like a gentle morning breeze, radiant and charming, skin glowing like polished bronze, eyes soft as fertile soil, her veils embroidered with silver that jingled like spirits whispering blessings. She was not only beautiful, she carried a peace the palace had never known. The king first saw her during a peace negotiation. Ameerah stepped into the throne room with quiet grace, her deep blue veil shimmering with silver beads. For a moment, every sound died. Even the torches seemed to bow to her presence. King Aldimah rose from his throne, unable to hide the astonishment on his face. "Who is she?" he murmured. "My daughter, Ameerah." Her father, a Kulgara head chief, answered, "She is a healer and a peace gift." When her eyes met the king's, the air shifted, as though the ancestors themselves held their breath. That night, Aldima confessed to his advisor. The world stopped when she walked in. "My heart has already chosen." "But the council will not accept her," the advisor warned. "Then let them reject me also," Aldima replied, "for this woman is my destiny." He married her despite every elder's protest, despite the council's anger, despite the queen's burning envy. And with her arrival, the palace became a battlefield of smiles and hidden claws. Life in Gidan Zofi grew tense. Maimoh's pride swelled. She wore taller head ties, heavier beads, brighter wrappers. Selinat sharpened her tongue and spread whispers through servants like poison in water. Ameerah, unaware or simply refusing to join the rivalry, swept her courtyard each morning, greeted servants with humility, and kept to herself. Yet her quietness only deepened their hatred, for the king spent every evening with her. One night, unable to bear the silent humiliation, Queen Maimoh confronted her husband. "Aldimah," she said, standing tall in a glittering zani, "am I no longer your queen? Has this foreign girl taken my place?" "No one takes your place," he replied calmly, "but my heart is not a god you can divide and guard." She left in fury, her coral beads clattering like small earthquakes. Selinat watched from the shadows, smirking. Later she whispered, "If she gives him a son, our reign ends." "And then?" Maimoh asked softly. "Then," Selinat said, "we act before we are erased." Years passed, and each queen bore only daughters, beautiful, brilliant daughters, yet the palace grew restless. "A kingdom without a son is a kingdom without a future," the elders whispered. "Has the king offended the gods? Who will inherit the throne of Zuzau?" The pressure tightened around the palace like a coiling snake. Then one evening, Ameerah collapsed while walking through the garden. Servants screamed, dropping their calabashes. King Aldimah ran to her, lifting her gently. "Stay with me, Ameerah. Stay with me." The palace physician examined her and gasped, "Your Majesty, she carries a child." The palace exploded with joy. Drums boomed, prayers rose, women danced in glowing Ankara wrappers. But in the courtyards of Maimoh and Selinat, silence sat like death. "If she births a son, we become dust," Selina hissed. "Then we become hunters," Maimoh replied coldly, "before we become ghosts." Under a moonless sky, they visited a feared Zafe priestess. Her heart smelled of burnt feathers and darkness. "You wish to fight destiny?" the priestess rasped. "We wish to protect ourselves," Maimoh answered. "Give us anything," Selinat added. "Charm, poison, even death for her child." The priestess stared into their souls. Destiny cannot be stopped, but it can be delayed. She gave them a charm wrapped in goat hide. "Bury this beneath her bed. It will darken her womb." That night, they bribed Ameerah's maid, who slipped the charm beneath the mattress. But at midnight, Ameerah jolted awake, clutching her belly. A sudden flame burst beneath the bed, bright, burning the charm to ashes in seconds. The wind whispered, "Destiny cannot be touched." The guilty queens trembled in fear. Months passed, and on a stormy night when thunder cracked like ancestral drums, Ameerah screamed in labor. Women rushed with hot water and incense, chanting prayers. Aldima paced like a lion trapped between love and fear. Hours later, a cry, sharp and fierce, filled the palace. A boy, a prince was born. The kingdom celebrated for 7 nights. Musicians played without rest, dancers flooded the courtyards, and the king wept openly as he held a son. Then he lifted him up with joy and named him Prince Kabil of Zuzau. The kingdom was full of joy and celebration. But celebration is a poor mask for guilt. Rumors twisted through the palace. Servants whispered. A bribed maid confessed. A trembling guard knelt before the king. "Your Majesty, Queen Maimoh and Queen Selinat went to the Zafe priestess. They sought to harm Queen Ameerah and the prince." The king's rage was volcanic. He summoned both queens to the courtyard. Hundreds gathered. Ameerah stood behind him, holding Prince Kabil, her veil trembling in the breeze. "You sought to kill my heir?" Aldima roared. "We feared," Maimoh began. Silence. His voice thundered through the courtyard. Witnesses stepped forward. Guards confessed. Then the final blow. They also dishonored the palace with secret affairs, the head guard announced. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Selinat collapsed to her knees. Maimoh shook violently. Ameerah whispered softly to the king, "Let justice walk today, but do not let hatred devour your heart." It was enough to steady him, but not to sway his judgment. He raised his staff. "From this day, your titles are stripped. You are banished from Zuzau. You will never return." Their beads were torn off, their wrappers stripped, their courtyards emptied. Guards dragged them screaming into the night while Ameerah turned away, tears slipping silently beneath her veil. Peace returned at last. Ameerah blossomed into a beloved queen, guiding the palace with gentleness and wisdom. Under her influence, markets prospered. Councils welcomed women, and festivals regained their former glory. Prince Kabil grew strong and intelligent, admired by all. Every night, King Aldimah held Ameerah's hand and said, "The gods blessed me not because I am king, but because you are my queen." And so the story of Queen Ameerah lived on. A tale of love that defied tradition, jealousy that destroyed its bearers, and destiny that protected the pure of heart. The griots would say for generations, "Where envy rises, kindness conquers. Where plots are woven, destiny unwinds them." And in Zuzau, no heart shone brighter than Queen Ameerah's.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories.